Happy New Year, Two Cows Gaming fans. Today we are talking about our New Year's gaming resolutions, and we're also going to do a little bit of a deep dive into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3's new open world zombie mode. We're going to do a little bit of gameplay, talk a little bit about what it's about, and then we will get you into your new year. So come check it out. Welcome back, Two Cows Gaming fans. I'm really excited for today's show. We are talking about my New Year's gaming resolutions. I've got 6 games. It's a five game list, but there's 2 extra games in there because they go together. Um, and I'm really excited to talk about it. These are games that I want to finish in 2024 so that when I come back to this next year, I'll have a whole bunch of other games that I want to finish. The next thing we're going to talk about after that is we're going to go into the Modern Warfare Zombies mode, for Modern Warfare 3. We're going to talk about the new features, the new way to play, and we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive. I'm going to talk about some of the things you can do while I'm playing the game, and then we're going to round out the episode with doing our suggestion box. We do it every week, and this one's a good one. So with that, we're going to jump into my list of games. The first one up is one that was on last week's show, and that is Baldur's Gate 3. I really want to finish this game. When I got the game, I only logged about 40 hours or so, and that was split between the single player and the multiplayer. And I really want to get back into it. It's not my favorite adaptation of the Dungeons and Dragons tabletop game, but it does have a lot going for it. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different enemies to fight, and you can build your classes pretty much the way you want. The only criticism I have is you can't use variant human, so you can't get the extra feat. But this is one of those games that all of my friends have played and all of my friends have defeated, so I'm going to have to commit to going ahead and finishing this game before the end of the year. The next game that I want to talk about is another game that I talked about last week, and that is Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Now, as far as these 2 games are concerned, Baldur's Gate 3 and Rogue Trader, I have to say, I think Rogue Trader is the better of the 2 games. But I'm also, I'm a huge fan of Warhammer 40k, especially video games. And so it really delves into the lore. It allows you to explore the Corona sector, which is huge. There's dozens of different systems you can go and visit and explore. You can recruit different characters to your cause. It is a role-playing game done by Owlcat Games. They did the Pathfinder games, and they also, really handled this title with care. So, I can't stress enough how great this game is. It's definitely on my list of games to finish before the end of 2024. I've got about 45 hours logged into it right now, and I still have a long ways to go. I've just figured out how to make void paths safe for travel, so that's kind of exciting, and I'm just scratching the surface of the game, so I can't wait to finish this game. The next game on my list is by Bethesda. I'm a huge fan of Bethesda games, especially their role-playing franchises, Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Starfield came out in September, and I was really excited for it. But when I started playing it, I came to the very sudden realization that this game is gigantic. And it was actually, it felt very overwhelming. Because it's not quite Skyrim, but it's also not quite Fallout. It's kind of somewhere in between. It's not anything bad about the game. It just is overwhelming. I mean, and then you have the ship designs and everything, and I'm playing on an Xbox Series X, and the interface is very clunky. The user interface in this game is very clunky, but, I see out on the Bethesda groups how everybody is just loving this game, and it's they keep playing it and playing it for hundreds and hundreds of hours. Now, I'm into it about 56 hours, so I've still got a ways to go, but I am looking forward to finishing this one, and I can't wait to tell you what I think about it in a later episode. So definitely going to have Starfield at my number 3. Now, my number two is a game that I played really, really hardcore when it first came out. But now that it's been out for a while, I wanted to wait until they worked some of the bugs out of the game, and that is Cyberpunk 2077 by CD Projekt Red. You may know them from the Witcher series, and it's a fantastic game. When it first came out, I logged close to 100 hours, but I never beat it. And then I got kind of distracted by other games. And I'm really looking forward to getting back into it, especially with the Phantom Liberty expansion that just came out a couple months ago. And so this is my number two. Like, if I had to play a different game to finish, it's pretty high on my list of games that I want to finish. It looks gorgeous with the new Phantom Liberty expansion and all of the tweaks and the bugs that they've worked out of it. The controls are fantastic, and I can't wait to play the game. So Cyberpunk 2077 is my number two. And finally, okay, this is where people are gonna give me a hard time because it is two games. It is Divinity 1 and Divinity 2. I bought these games years ago on an Xbox sale, and I never played them. I played the first one for about 20 hours, and I got distracted because I wasn't comfortable with the interface. I wasn't comfortable with the game, and I didn't devote as much time as I should have to it. But since I've been playing Rogue Trader and Baldur's Gate 3, it's like, I really need to go back and play those two games. They're tactical RPGs. You get to recruit members for your party. It's kind of inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a different game system. And both games are massive. From what I gather, you can invest up to 200 hours in each game. So these two games definitely are at the top of my list because they've been out for so long that I need to get them done. So I'm adding those to my list of games to complete in 2024. With that, we are going to move into the gameplay version or the gameplay segment of this show. Again, I'm going with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, the zombie mode. It's called Operation Deadbolt, but everybody just calls it zombie mode. We're going to play that. I'm going to spotlight some things that I really like about it. Kill a whole bunch of zombies, I hope, and not get killed myself. And then we're going to try and get an exfil successfully. It's trickier than it sounds when you're flying solo. So with that, I'm going to take a little break, and I'll be right back. Thanks. All right, welcome back. We are moving into the gameplay segment. I am playing Modern Warfare 3, the zombie mode. For those of you that are familiar with it, you have to adjust your gear loadout. Now, I'm not really far into this game, so what I've done is I've created my insured weapon, and I've also got my tactical and my lethal. You can go in here and you can change from different tacticals, and as you progress through the game and you level up, you unlock additional tactical things. Now, the ones that have that green badge on them right there, those are actually unlocked through the Game Pass or the Vault edition of the game. I don't have that. I just have the base game. But I like taking Semtex, and I like taking the Scatter Mine because you do get mobbed by zombies pretty frequently. Now, I'm going in with a sniper rifle. I prefer the sniper rifle, and then I leave one of my weapon slots open because I might have an opportunity to loot one or get one through Pack-a-Punch or mystery weapon that is going to be really good, and then I would put it in my contraband. You also have a field upgrade. Mine is Healing Aura. That mostly comes into play when you're playing with other players. And then up here in my rucksack, I have some modifiers. I have Cryo Freeze ammunition, and I have a Stamina Up can. I'm going to use those right away when I pop into the game because those are active for the entire mission. And then with the Cryo Freeze ammo, that carries over to your weapon until basically forever. Your weapons level up. Now, like I said, this is one that I put together myself, but you do have opportunities to loot other weapons in the match. So we're going to go ahead and get started and find a match. Now, I'm playing solo. That's my preference, because I generally play with my family when I play. And Dom Cow plays occasionally, and my nephew, Nuke Boy, he plays, a couple others. But today I'm just flying solo just to kind of give you a flavor of what the action of the game is like. That's not my operator right there. I don't know why it won't change who I have. I actually have the character Axel as my main character, so that's who I'm using today. But the cool thing about Zombies mode is that it is player versus environment exclusively. You don't have to team up with anybody if you don't want to. You don't have to kill any other players. That's not a part of this game, and it's very casual player friendly, which I really like. I don't know. To me, I just don't. If I want to go competitive, there's plenty of modes in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 that you can enjoy. There's gun game, there's capture the flag, there's hardpoint, there's ground war. And then of course there's the Warzone mode. So, I think it's important for casual players to have a mode where they don't have that constant pressure. Like for me, sometimes I just want to get in and just shoot some zombies and be done with it. I'm working my way through Act 1 of Operation Deadbolt. I just finished the first tier. I'm working on the second tier right now, and we'll go into that with the menu here in just a second once this thing unlocks. Because there is a timer here. There's a countdown before you can go live, but it allows you to look around. Turn this down just a little bit. So we'll go in here. So these are my daily challenges on the left. Loot 25 caches. I've already played a little bit today. I've got 13 to 25. Get 75 critical kills with battle rifles. Now, I don't have a battle rifle. I have a sniper rifle. I already completed one of them. Get 30 kills with toxic damage. And then complete contracts to earn points. Now, I'm not going to go for any contracts right now. I just want to focus on traveling around the map, showing you some of the locations, that kind of thing. So here's the map. You can zoom all the way out. All the blue markers are other players. So you might have an opportunity to go to help other people if they need it. And then you have like the outer area here. If you look at it, that's low tier. There's not a lot of stuff going on there. The orange is medium tier. So that's got stronger zombies, stronger mercenaries, better loot. And then, of course, Old Town, which is this big red blob here. That is very dangerous. That's a lot of heavy zombies in there and different critters that you got to fight. Not to mention the highest tier of mercenaries. It's important when you play that you equip a silencer, because the zombies don't react quite as quickly when you're shooting them with a silencer. And then you have these little things here. And this is where it kind of like has the DMZ feel to it. You have to exfil. Each round takes about an hour. You have control over how long you want to stay in the theater, and you can choose to exfil. Now, all these little white markers and brown markers, the brown kind of beige colored ones are vehicles that you can drive to get around the map quicker. You have your buy stations where if you collect enough resources, you can buy different things to help round out your loadout. You have wall buy weapons. These are mercenary strongholds. And then these kind of turquoise seafoam green colored ones are actually missions that you can take. There's also situational things that come up, like hunting down mercenary convoys that have different weapons that you can loot. So there's just a huge variety of weapons and gear and missions and different things you can do. Now we're just going to go around plinking at undead. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. Mystery box, once you save up 1,200 of resources, you can actually buy a mystery weapon. And that's one of the missions, is you have to kill a number of zombies with a mystery weapon. There's ammo dumps, so you can refill your ammunition. It's really just a massive kind of number of different things you can do in the game. Ooh, I hear a zombie coming towards me. Oh, he's up there. All right, we're not going to worry about him. Oh, that was a pretty large hit area. But the main point of this game is to loot and scoot. You want to get the best loot you possibly can. And then exfil with it, because that carries over from mission to mission and it becomes part of your contraband stash. So it's in your best interest to try and collect as much good loot as you can. Okay, this little glowing sphere up here, if you shoot it, drops aether. And if you destroy it, you get a big loot drop. It's like a loot explosion almost. There's different types of gear. You want to get at minimum a 2-plate vest. Because you will go through armor plates on the regular. Okay. What do we got here? Got to be mindful of zombies because they have a tendency to just pop in. See how it's dropping little purple blobs? That's aether, and that's what you use to buy upgrades and buy gear on the map. And once you get a certain amount... There we go. Just destroyed it. Let's go see what it dropped. Okay, there's a weapon upgrade. You want to grab that. Now that upgrades my weapon to the uncommon tier for rarity, and it actually boosts the amount of damage you can do. This is why I like the longbow sniper rifle, is because you can no-scope if you need to, really easily. There's little weapon embankments here that you can take and use, like so. You cannot drive every vehicle on the map, only certain ones. We're going to run over here and we're going to get a mystery box weapon just to see what we pull. Last time it was a basilisk, which is a 44 Magnum pistol. So maybe we'll get something good. Oh, another sniper rifle. Oh. It didn't give me my weapon. Because I didn't hold the X button long enough. Well, that was a waste of 900 aether. That's okay. We'll get more. We'll get more. And then you can loot different things too. Like to sell at buy stations. There's buy stations all around the map. And those have different ratings too. There's common, uncommon, rare, epic, and I think legendary with corresponding colors. So like that's common. We're gonna drop the. We'll just take that just because it's worth 100. And there's certain items that stack as well. Don't stay in one spot for too long sniping because it will come back and bite you in the rear end. You know, we're gonna actually take that just to have as a backup weapon for now. We'll change it down the road. We'll pick up that cigarette lighter as well. Now I have the option at any time I come across another player to ask if I can join their group. I'm not going to do that today. I just want to kind of, again, show you the basics. Now I wish when you exfil with these vests that you could store them because it would come in handy, but make sure you always keep an eye on your plates. Those are going to keep you alive. We'll take the watch. Why not? Comic book. Okay, you might hear some chirping. That is a mission that's nearby. I don't know if it's over here, if it's on the roof. There it is. What is this one? Eliminate a bounty. I don't want to mess with that by myself. Bounties like that can be very hair-raising. Because there's different types of zombies. There's hellhounds, there's manglers, which have really high hit points. And then there's like different rot zombies and stuff like that. And sometimes these drop. And they're like limited time buffs that you can pick up that increase your damage, or there's one that's called Nuke that destroys all the undead in the area. There's full armor, which actually charges up your armor to full strength. Anything in here that's worth having? Always check these first aid kits and medicine cabinets because they might get you a self-revive. Oh, we'll take that for sure. An epic gas mask, that will come in handy. Not necessarily on this run, but down the road. Because when I do play online, we take on these infested different areas, and you need a gas mask to get through it. But we'll just kind of keep looting here and see what we find. Oh, we'll take that. That's an epic item that is just for selling. So we'll make our way to a buy station here shortly. Ooh, yeah, we'll take that. But I want my other one back. There we go. There are rocket launchers and grenade launchers. I like the grenade launcher a lot. It really does actually help you when you're trying to get out and trying to exfil. Check the toolboxes. You never know when you're going to find an armor plate in there. Check the duffel bags because you might find a vest. And definitely check these out because you never know what you're going to find in there. I already have a good longbow. I'm not going to change it. Mine's better. Okay, let's find a buy station. There's one right there. the key is keep moving. Always keep moving. Because the zombies will chase you all the way across the map. Case in point. Oh, wait, there's a chest in there. I just heard it beeping. You want to keep your ears on when you're playing, because these chests give off little beeping signals, and that's where you get your best loot, is the different chests. We'll sell all this stuff. Now let's see what we got for sale. Vest, gas mask, plates. I don't need any of that. Oh, wait. Is that a medium backpack? Yeah, we'll do that. There. Now I can carry more stuff. This does use a similar engine to DMZ. But like I said, there's no player versus player element to it yet. Okay, see this glowing dust and stuff? This is a infested building. Now I'm gonna just show you when you go in here. See these yellow cysts like that? You gotta destroy those to clear the building. And this is why you need a gas mask. Shoot, better run out. Gotta play it up, gotta heal up. Oh, there's a lot of cysts in here. It's not good. Come on, reload already, man. Good grief, Charlie Brown. Kicking the shit out of me. Also, just a heads up, I do swear from time to time on my podcast. So if that bothers you, maybe this podcast is not for you. There's a nuke right there. Max ammo is fantastic because it instantly reloads your weapon that you're using at the time. Now these are aether caches. They have, generally speaking, some great stuff in them. That's where you're going to get your best items. And there's different types, too. There's large aether cache, there's small aether cache, and then there's also medium caches of different things. So, you know, you want to check those out. Always keep, like I said, keep your ears on. You'll hear them beeping. Oh, what's in here? But you also want to keep your head on a swivel. In there. Oh, another weapon locker. Nice. Always check these because you might be able to get a 3-plate vest. I don't care about the Uzi. I really don't. So we're not going to touch that. I got a good weapon here. Go back to my sniper because it's quiet. I'm moving pretty fast, because the way that I play is not for everybody. I do a lot of sneaking when I play. It seems to decrease the instances of undead getting you. Somebody just pinged me? That was weird. Up in the left-hand corner by the mini-map, you'll see that there's a countdown timer. That's how much time is left in the zone. I don't know what that is. That's part of a mission, I think. We're not going to worry about missions right now. We're just here to loot. In a couple of minutes, we'll head to the exfil. Oh, jeez. There's an armor plate. We'll take that because I'm out. Somebody was in here and looted. Not me, though. They didn't come upstairs. Interesting. Another plate. Somebody just deployed a kill streak. You can hear it. It's the A10. Another. I already got that. Okay, see how that mod caused them to catch fire? It's like a random occurrence. They'll sometimes burst into flames because I have the flame enhancement on the gun. Now you do like DMZ, you do have insured weapons. They unlock. You can unlock up to 3. I just have 1 unlocked right now because I haven't advanced far enough in the game. Oh, weapon locker. Whoa, no, no, no. Don't care about a lockman. I'm just trying to level up certain weapons right now. Okay, I'll see if you can hear this better now. There's like a little beeping noise. And that's just a little loot, minor loot cache. They're good to have. Let's go check out this guard tower and see if there's anything worthwhile in it. Ooh, what do we got here? Doesn't look like it. And zombies, kind of like the mercs in DMZ, can actually climb ladders, so just be aware of that. Toolbox. Let's go in here and check out this gas station. I think I might have been... Oh, no, maybe not. Well, I wasn't in here, but somebody was. Or maybe I was. I don't remember. Yeah, it was me. Take a look where our exfil is. Thought that there was... Oh, we're not going into that zone. Two for one. It's important to have headphones when you're playing this game. Because zombies do spawn just about anywhere. Okay. Now let's find that exfil. Okay, there's one way over there, so let's find a vehicle. Where am I? I'm over there. So we'll head up here. So we'll do a quick exfil. I wish I had a void grenade, but I don't. Where is that truck? To my right. There we are. You want to be careful when you're driving around because the trucks in this game do take damage from running over zombies, and they will blow up. So you want to pay attention to that. I think we're heading right for the orange zone, and we don't want that. When you're on the railroad, you got to be careful because there are mercenary convoys that patrol these, and they are usually, it's not so much that they're heavily armored, it's just that they have a large number of troops. But if you look at the front end of my vehicle down on the little grid there, it's starting to show red because I'm doing damage to my vehicle. Okay, we want to kind of just go next to the orange. We don't want to go into the orange because that's a higher difficulty tier. So we want to avoid that for now because I am just not ready for it. If I had a whole squad of people, I'd go in there no problem. But it's just me, so we're going to avoid it for now. Oh, shit. Well, I'm in trouble. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. There we go. Got to be careful. Don't go out of the area. Don't go out of the theater. Okay, so I'm on the northern edge now, so I want to go this way. If I can get past this tree. There we go. We're going to head towards our exfil now. We should have a clear shot to it. The only thing we have to worry about now is when we call the exfil in, a massive wave of undead will come after you. Ooh, I'm almost out of gas, so we'll have to watch for another vehicle. I don't think gas stations necessarily give you gas anymore in this game. Oh, they do! Sweet! Yeah, well, I'm not going to ambush anybody, bro. So, yeah, if you pull into a gas station, you can fuel up and repair your vehicle. Time to get out of here. Oh no! The exfil hasn't reset yet. There it is. And that's how you exfil. And hopefully somebody helps you when they do. So that's first. That's the first mission that I've done today, where I've actually successfully exfilled. But that gives you kind of a flavor of the action. Now, when you get some friends playing with you, you are able to get up to 3 players in your squad. There's only 24 players on the map at a time. But the thing that's cool about it is you can actually request. You can request to join other teams that are on the map, so you can have a group of up to 6. Like the other night when I was playing, I got hooked up with 4 other guys, and we just went in and we just crushed mission after mission. And we did like 7 or 8 missions before we decided to exfil, and it was fantastic. So squad is kind of where it's at, but the really cool thing is when you're playing with friends, you can talk all kinds of crap back and forth, but it does make you much more effective as a team. Now, this is just the end operation screens. We're going to see how much I leveled up my gear. So I got 1 level for sure on my longbow. And as you level up your weapons, they get better, and they also unlock more gear that you can attach to them. You can only have 5 attachments at a given time, but you can really customize your weapons while you're playing. So that's kind of a little bit of a deeper dive into the zombies mode. And we're going to move into the final segment of the show today, which is the suggestion box. So I will be back in just a couple minutes. Welcome back to John Cow's Corner, and we have arrived at the last segment of the show. We are doing the suggestion box, and today it's related to the gameplay that I did. It is for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Zombies mode. You know, I have a tenuous relationship with the Call of Duty games. The campaigns are generally a lot of fun, but when it gets into the multiplayer and things like that, I'm just not interested in it. It seems to me that in a lot of ways, Call of Duty brings out the most toxic personalities, especially in Warzone. And in the last game, Modern Warfare 2, the DMZ mode was just a haven for toxicity. Now, I'm happy to report that with the new Zombies mode, we don't have that. They eliminated the player versus player aspect of the game, and it's a little bit more casual. That doesn't mean that it's easy by any means, but there's no longer the massive amount of toxicity in the game that you had from the DMZ mode. And the thing is the Zombies mode is now open world, and it is very similar to DMZ. You have missions that you need to accomplish. There are incidents that happen or incidences that happen in real time on the map that you can go and react to. There are 24 players on the map in squads of 3. So, and then if you are in a squad, you can actually join another squad up to a maximum of 6 players. So that's really nice. But the thing is that it's strictly players versus environment. There are different missions to accomplish. There are different objectives to accomplish. And you get to loot until your heart's content. So, like, for a casual player like me, it really gets me engaged because I can just go out and snipe zombies to level up my gear. I can loot here and there as needed. I can complete my daily missions, and I can progress the storyline. There is a 4-act story, Operation Deadbolt, that you play, and it is geared to cooperative play. So, you want to get in there with a squad because there are different zones, as I discussed in my playthrough, that these occurrences happen. The story takes place in different difficulty areas, and you need to have a squad to help you out there. So overall, I think it's a great mode. Now, when it first released, it did receive some criticism from other streamers. I'm not going to point fingers or name names. That's not the way I roll. but they said it was boring and it just didn't have enough going on, and that it needed a player versus player element. I disagree. Player versus player is what ruined DMZ for me, and I don't want to see that happen with zombies. If you want to make it so that it's an option to have players versus player, great, go ahead and do that. But I should still have the option as the player to control how I play my game that I paid you $70 for. If I want to play against AI, I should have that option. If I want to just load up a map and just explore it, I should have that option without the fear of other players coming in and messing up my game. So that's my suggestion to Treyarch and Call of Duty and Activision is leave this one for the casual players. Let us have this one. Every single iteration of the Call of Duty games is geared towards player versus player. It is geared to the I'm better than you attitude, from every single game mode. Warzone, Land War, Deathmatch, Hardpoint, Gun Game. They're all geared towards that I'm better than you attitude. So let us have this player versus environment mode just for the casual players. I know that it can be boring for some of the guys that are really good at it, but this game isn't meant for you. Go play Warzone against your friends. Go demonstrate that you're the alphas or whatever. Let us have this mode. With that, that is the end of the episode. I hope you had a blast. I'll be back next week with episode 3. I still am not sure what I'm going to do, but be assured that it will be a fun episode, and I'll have some interesting little tidbits to share with you. So with that, be safe, be kind, and remember, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, you do make a difference, and you are loved. Take it easy, everybody.